Participatory governance is a method of college management in which decisions makers, whether with primary or delegated authority, are committed to involving affected constituents in decision as much as possible. Participatory governance is based upon individual having a voice in decisions that affect them. In process that empower citizens to participate in public decision making. It has been gaining increasing acceptance as an effective means to tackle democracy deficits and improve public accountability.
Innovations on participatory governance. The innovations, of course, will differ in many ways, depending on the needs of the country. Innovations will also differ because participation in governance can occur at different stages of the policy cycle existent in the country. Policy making should involve a variety of choices among competing interests and preferences. The preferences should be based on the needs of ordinary citizens, especially the marginalized groups.
Inclusive citizenship. From the word itself, citizenship is defined as the status of being a citizen of a particular place, or the qualities that a person is expected to have as a responsible member of a community. It is also the status of a person recognized under the law as being a member of a country. Meanwhile, nationality means membership of a person to a nation or an ethnic group. Mostly, nationality is often used as a synonym for citizenship and is accepted even in the international law. Inclusive citizenship. Inclusive citizenship is a governing policy focused at the giving all citizens a strong sense that they are members of overall society. Its policies include laws that provide non-isolated access to all citizens regardless of race, gender, religious beliefs, and socioeconomic status. This also includes access to public funds, public organizations, egalitarian rights, and acceptance by national figures. Furthermore, inclusive citizenship focuses on the legal rights of all individuals in cases where the government determines their rights of inclusion.
Most media are associated with communications media such as print media, the press, photography, advertising, creative arts, movies, broadcasting, entertainment industry, and publishing. In short, media refers to all print, digital, and electronic means of communication.
Globalization. Globalization is defined as more than expansion of activities beyond the boundaries of particular nation-states. Globalization has shortened the distance between people all over the world through electronic communication. In my own words, globalization describes the way countries and people of the world interact and integrate. Many things have become globalized as people come into contact. Economic globalization is how countries are coming together as one big global economy, making international trade easier.
Social networking. Social networking is a more casual form of social media. Example of this is the well-used Facebook that's popular among us. It was created for the purpose of socializing with friends, classmates, office mates, and also to meet new people. Social networking is just one of the different forms and types of social media. Example of this is the forum, a video game website or a favorite hobby website. And the second, microblogging, a new phenomenon and considered as the cousin of texting, where you can express and post your thoughts and feelings via the internet up to 160 characters through a mobile phone, and immediately everyone see it. Third, bookmarking. This is like saving in one place the URL address of the information, data, and resources you want so one can access it anytime needed. Fourth, video sites. Example of this type is YouTube, where you can watch different types of videos. Fifth, search engines. A lesser known of social media where you can type what you want to search and several matching results appear. Difference between social networking and the traditional media. Traditional media like television, radio, and newspaper announce or promote products for a fee and in exchange for allowing them to interrupt our listening, viewing, or reading for a few seconds or minutes to tell us about their products. On the other hand, social networking or social media such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the like are for free. Therefore, there's no need for an advertiser to interrupt the users with commercial messages.
The types of social movements, according to scope, according to change, according to targets, according to methods of work, according to age, according to range. According to scope, number 1, perform movement. Example of such a movement would include a trade union with a goal of increasing the rights of the laborers, or a movement supporting the implementation of capital punishment or the right to abortion. Number 2, radical movement. Good example of this would be the equality under the law to all Americans without discrimination as to race. According to change, number 1, innovation movement. This movement is advocating measured action to effect and ensure the safety of the technological singularity. Number 2, conservative movement. This movement opposes the spread of the genetically modified food. Their members are conservative because their reasons are aimed at fighting specific technological change. According to targets, number 1, group-focused movements. Most of the members of this group join a political party but still many remain outside the reformist party political system. Number 2, individual-focused movements. Example of these are the different religious movements. According to methods of work, number 1, peaceful movements. Many social movements like the Indian independence movement are examples of peaceful movements. Number 2, violent movements. A number of social movements would fall under this category where members of the group usually resort to violent means of protesting and campaigning for their views. According to age, number 1, old movements. Most of the oldest recognized movements have existed since the late 18th and 19th centuries, and these movements struggled for changes in their respective social groups. Number 2, new movements. Example of new movements are the feminist movement and environmentalist movement. According to range, number 1, global movements. Example of these movements are the First Internationals and World Social Forum movements, among others. Number 2, local movements. The focus of these movements are on local or regional objectives like protecting a natural park or area and lobbying for the lowering of tolls in a certain tollway.
Level of social movements. These movements can happen anywhere in town in a certain or earned rate. Local, for having a poor aboriginal and very low level of income, education, gas and violence are commonplace. Regional, secure cheap oil and gas resources for central Canada at the expense of Alberta. National, involves national politics or economy. Global, concerned people around the world.
Dynamic of social movements have a life cycle. They are created, they grow, they achieve successes or failures, and eventually they dissolve and cease to exist. The four stages of social movement, development or emergence, coalescence, bureaucratization, and decline. The decline stage can result from several different causes, such as repression, co-optation, success, failure, and mainstream. Environmentalism can be described as a social or as an ideology focused on the welfare of the environment. Environmentalism seeks to protect and conserve the elements of Earth's ecosystem, including water, air, land, animals, and plants, along with entire habitats such as rainforests, deserts, and oceans. Feminism, the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. Although largely originating in the West, feminism is manifested worldwide and is represented by various institutions committed to activity on behalf of women's rights and interests. Impact of feminist movement. The feminist movement has affected change in Western society, including women's suffrage, greater access to education, more equitable pay with men, the right to initiate divorce proceedings, the right of women to make individual decisions regarding pregnancy, including access to contraceptives and abortion, and the right to own property.